So today's video is going to be a general read, no specific sign. While sitting here and asking for what the video topic would or should be about, I saw some letters and numbers appear. I saw SCEA, and when I looked that up, it came out as a Christian school. So that tells me that the reading is going to touch base on somebody that needs to continue doing their studying behind their spirituality and the forces and entities and angels that they're dealing with. The other one was the number 2232. That came out to be meaning support from the angels and creating a stability for the person that has these angels around them, as well as knowing that their time is coming for them to start reaping the benefits from their justice and the work that they put in, so the harvest, as others would call it. Then the other letters I got were MX4, and what did that one stand for again?
Like M was for water.
Oh.
The X was for like general, and then the 4 was for like completeness.
So the M was for water, the X was for your general spacing, right? The unknown, and then 4 is your earth, air, wind. Earth, air, fire, water, the 4 elements. So meaning that this person is going to be completely guarded by all elements, no matter where they are, by the unknown. So this is most likely a water sign that I will be speaking to, whose spirit team is letting them know that they have something coming to them, towards them, but don't fear. They are completely guarded and guided, and they're safe. Okay, just you need to stay in tune with your intuition and make sure that you are able to pick up on the vibrations that the team is sending you. So for this reading, I am going to do a blind Bible pull, and then we will get into the cards. Okay, please tell me when to stop. Okay, so we're at Exodus 21:22, and reading into 23. So protection of property says, whoever steals an ox or a sheep and slaughters it or sells it must pay back 5 head of cattle for the ox and 4 sheep for the sheep. If a thief is caught breaking in at night and is struck a fatal blow, the defender is not guilty of bloodshed, but it happens after sunrise, the defender is guilty of bloodshed. Anyone who steals must certainly make restitution, but if they have nothing, they must be sold to pay for their theft. If the stolen animal is found alive in their possession, whether ox or donkey or sheep, they must pay back double. If anyone grazes their livestock in a field or vineyard and lets them stray and they graze in someone else's field, the offender must make restitution from the best of their own field or vineyard. If a fire breaks out or spreads onto thorn bushes, so it burns shocks of grain, or standing grain, or the whole field, the one who started the fire must make restitution. If anyone gives a neighbor silver or goods for safekeeping, and they are stolen from that neighbor's house, the thief is caught, must pay back double. But if the thief is not found, the owner of the house must appear before the judge, and they must determine whether or not the owner of the house has laid hands on the other person's property. It says, if a man seduces a virgin who is not pledged to be married and sleeps with her, he must pay the bride price, and she shall be his wife. If her father absolutely refuses to give her to him, he must still pay the bride price for virgins. Do not allow a sorceress to live. Anyone who has sexual relations with an animal is to be put to death. Whoever sacrifices to any god other than the Lord must be destroyed. Do not mistreat or oppress the foreigner, for you were foreigners in Egypt. Do not take advantage of the widow or the fatherless. If you do, and they cry out to me, I will certainly hear their cry. My anger will be aroused, and I will kill you with the sword. Your wives will become widows, and your children fatherless. If you lend money to any of my people among you who is needy, do not treat it like a business deal. Charge no interest. If you take your neighbor's cloak as a pledge, return it by sunset. Because that cloak is the only covering your neighbor has, what else can they sleep in? When they cry out to me, I will hear, for I am compassionate. Do not blaspheme God or curse the ruler of your people. Do not hold back offerings from your granaries or your vats. You must give me the firstborn of your sons. Do the same for your cattle and your sheep. Let them stay with their mothers for 7 days, but give them to me on the 8th day. You are to be the holy people, so do not eat the meat of the animal torn by wild beasts. Throw it to the dogs. Do not spread false reports. Do not help a guilty person by being a malicious witness. Do not follow the crowd in doing wrong. When you give testimony in a lawsuit, do not pervert justice by siding with the crowd, and do not show favoritism to a poor person in a lawsuit. If you come across your enemy's ox, donkey wandering off, be sure you return it. If you see the donkey or someone who hates you fallen down under its load, do not leave it. Be sure you help them with it. For 6 years you are to sow your fields and harvest the crops, but during the 7th year let the land lie unplowed and unused. The poor among the people may get food from it, and the wild animals may eat what is left. Do the same with your vineyard and your olive grove. 6 days you do the work, but on the 7th day you do no work. Be careful to do everything I have said to you. Do not invoke names of other gods. Do not let them be heard on your lips. 3 times a year you are to celebrate a festival to me. Celebrate the festival of the unleavened bread. The 7th day eat bread made without yeast, as I command you. Do this at the appointed time in the month of Aviv, for in the month you came out of Egypt. No one is to appear before me empty-handed. Celebrate the festival of harvest with the first fruits of the crops you sow in your field. Then God's angels prepare the way. See, I am sending an angel ahead of you to guard you along the way and to bring you in the place I have prepared. Pay attention to him and listen to what he says. Do not rebel against him. He will not forgive your rebellion. Since my name is in him, if you listen carefully to what he says and do all that I say, I will be I will be an enemy to your enemies and will oppose those who oppose you. My angel will go ahead of you and bring you into the land of the Amorites, the Hittites, and the Perizzites, Canaanites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, and I will wipe them all out. Do not bow down before their gods, or worship them, or follow them, or their practices. You must demolish them and break their sacred stones to pieces. Worship the Lord your God, and his blessing will be your food and water. I will take away sickness from you, and no one will miscarry or be a barren in your land. I will give you full lifespan. I will send my terror ahead of you and throw into confusion every nation you encounter. I will make all your enemies turn their backs and run. I will send the hornet ahead of you to drive the Hivites, Canaanites out of your way, but I will not drive them out in a single year, because the land would become desolate and the wild animals too numerous for you. Little by little I will drive them out before you, until you have increased enough to take possession of the land. I will establish your borders by the Red Sea to the Mediterranean Sea, and from the desert of the Euphrates River I will give you the hands the people who live in the land, and you will drive them out before you. Do not make a covenant with them or with their gods. Do not let them live in your land, or they will cause you to sin against me, because the worship of their gods will certainly be a snare to you. So with the messages, images of the numbers and letters I got earlier about doing the studying, right? I now take it as God wants you to study what it is he expects from you. With the numbers 2232 and MX4, God is sending his angels to you to help guard you and guide you. They are going ahead of you, and you could be somebody who has been waiting very patiently to get your justice and your restitution for what has happened to you in your life. And this is your confirmation right now, because God is saying that it now begins. Your justice, your restitution is now beginning, but it's slow. Like he said, he's not going to knock everyone that was involved out of the way at once, because then there's too much to do and you're only one person. So little by little, these people will be taken out. And as you grow and you get stronger and you learn how to maintain what it is you're being given, more will go, and more will be given to you for the work and the loyalty that you put in, and the belief that you refuse to give up in, okay? So now we're going to go to the cards and see what messages lie there. This is going to be the universal deck, so this is going to be things that you need to focus on in order to, let's say, have good communication with your angels now that your official journey is starting. This angel could be sent to you in human form, or you're going to start hearing them and seeing them in spirit form. Be prepared, because some angels do not appear to be human form in their spirit form. They look more like creatures. You're going to need to have courage, okay? And cooperation. Courage and cooperation. So like the Bible said, you need to listen to the angel and do what they say. You need to keep the faith. There's going to be miracles that you're going to see coming. And peace is what you're going to be feeling when this starts for you. Okay? You're not going to have to worry anymore. They're going to make sure that you have everything that you need. The only rule is that you obey what the angel is telling you to do. Okay, angel messages. Let's see if the angel can give us his name and a message for you. Okay, so we have Metatron and Michael coming in, and Raquel. So Metatron is letting you know you need to have belief in yourself and listen to your heart, which is your intuition. And then with Michael saying you know exactly what to do, the benefit of the experiences that you have, right? A time for your career rather than relationships. So they're going to be sending you on missions now. So you could be somebody who is going to be introduced to people who are embodying demons, entities, negative spirits, and you could be doing some type of work where you're able to neutralize that entity, you know, how do I explain it? The communication you have is going to be to either get them to understand, right, the actions that they're doing are toxic, okay, and they either straighten up or you're going to hand them over to justice. And when that happens, these people are going to go before God and the angels pretty much, and they either have a choice of doing what needs to be done to get that negativity, that spirit out of them, or God's going to end their life. They're going to be taken off this earth. And for Raquel, justice, like I said. Fight for the justice and equality. Rulings made in your favor. So you are like a bounty hunter for demons, okay? And your angels are going to be guiding you on who to go to. And your job is to sit down, get to know these demons, these people, figure out what type of negative spirit they have in them, and kind of watch their behavior to see what it is that is injustice to the person they're inhabiting, as well as the people around them, right? And you're going to give them an ultimatum. They either neutralize themselves and keep it pushing, right? Or this person is going to go before the council and is going to be told to expel this spirit from their body. And if not, their life's going to get taken. Okay, some of the affirmations that you're going to need to work on so that your head isn't messed with when dealing with these negative entities and demons. Your energy. Okay, so you're gonna have to really focus on not allowing them to access your energy or drain your energy to where you get sick or your body starts to shut down and you can't do things. Okay, because one, that puts you down, so you can't be mobile and active, and then two, it opens you up to attacks. So one thing you can say is, a light inside my fire divine, energy fill me, make me shine. Romance. You are going to need to be careful, because when you go on this journey and you are being introduced to these new people and you're still trying to figure out who's inhabiting what, if you end up in a relationship with them and you're unsure of who's got the demon at the moment, you don't want to have a romance with the one that has the demon, okay? Because it will be transferred through sex. And even though your spirit team and your energy field is like an electric fence for these guys, it still puts you at risk. And so you need to be very careful with romance. It probably won't be something that you can have for a while in the beginning, because you're still learning, you're still a student. And what's funny is the first card I drew out was 13, 3 and 1 is 4. This card I drew out is 23, 3 and 2 is 5. So it's forward movement, okay? It's progression. Then we have, I need to shuffle again. I didn't shuffle. We have creativity. This is funny. 4, 5, and 6. 3 plus 3 is 6. Your creativity is something that you need to still continue to invest in, okay? Do not let your energy drain by these things so badly that you're unable to tap into your creativity. Because if you lose your creativity, you're also going to lose your ability to really understand the visions that you're getting, the pictures that appear on things for you, the scrying that you do, as well as your intuition, okay? Because creativity is a big part in the mind being able to decipher images, signs, and things like that come your way. Be aware of animals. Animals like the owl, okay? I know the owl is looked at as being a very wise animal, but it is not, okay? The animal is used for spying and mainly at night. You also need to be aware of cats and dogs. A lot of these entities like to use dogs because they're the easiest to get into. So if you ever notice your dog is acting funny, like it doesn't want affection, it's becoming a nuisance, not really following the rules that it's used to, like pottying or eating, behavior, things like that, you need to really pay attention to it, because your dog could be being used as a way to remote view you. And we have justice. Make sure you stay neutral and fair in your thoughts, your actions, and your behavior with people, okay? Because you do not want to be biased, and you do not want your emotions to be so involved that you're not correctly viewing the situation, and you're not handing justice to the right person. Okay, so I would say you're somebody that can dissociate without it affecting the way that you treat people, and you dissociate for a reason, to pull yourself out of the situation and look at it from a third view. Many people do that because of abuse that they have suffered, and you somehow have alchemized that into figuring out how to look past people's masks. And so this is going to go along with the romance card, okay, because it's a number 5 and the romance card is 5. So make sure that you are correctly evaluating people, and you are correctly either accusing or not accusing, okay? You want the judgment that you're handing out to be right, not faltered or swayed in any way. This is big. You're like the Annie Oakley bounty hunter of the spirit world. There are herbs and oils that you can get to close up the holes in your body. Not visibly close them, but spiritually, so that these entities cannot enter. And that's every hole: eyes, nose, mouth, ear, your private area, as well as your belly button and your ass. There is one coming. It's on its way, and it's been picking up momentum. It's been getting closer, and so this thing holds a very, very nasty disease. You're gonna want to make sure that you are protected in that way. For here we have Myrrh. It's omniscient, advisor, and counsel. So the council has chosen you to do this. The council has been watching you for quite some time. They have watched how you handle stress, how you handle situations, how you play the role of do you get involved in the drama? Do you try to calm the drama down? Do you instigate it? Do you try to find a solution? Are you correctly judging these people, or are you being fooled? And when you get your answers, are you automatically outing it, or are you finding ways to either help the person do what they need to with that entity, or are you just letting them suffer? and all while still having a loving heart. We have Scotty, which is ambition and the hunt. So like I said, you are the hunter. You are the bounty hunter right now for the dark side, for capturing the dark side, okay? And bringing them in for judgment. Your guardian angel could be a creature form that is similar to a bear. Now we have Amran, the known unknown. So you hold secret information. You have answers to things, or you know how to find the answers to things that you don't know, but you have a knowing about things that a good part of the population does not believe in, or does not believe is possible, okay? And because of this, and you've stood strong in your belief in this, your conviction, you have not let anyone steer you into thinking what you know is wrong. This is why you're being chosen for this job. Forseti, fairness and judgment. Again, like I said from the beginning of all this, there's a fairness about you that continues to still be loving and neutral with these people, even though you know that they are possessed by these demons. There could be something about you too where these demons, you're able to keep them in line. You're able to get them to hold their composure instead of lashing out on you, while you swiftly hand them over for judgment. Here we have Darad, suspense behind the mask. So people know who you are, but they don't know what you look like. It's out in the spiritual realm about you and what your job and position is going to be. You may not know, or you may just now be finding out. But people are eager to know who you are and what you look like. We have Gefun, claiming new ground. So this is what your guardians, your angels, are going to help you do. They are going to help you claim this new ground. You could be given new land, a new house. It's some holy territory that is yours, that you can go to get away from the stress, the toxicity, this negative disease-like energy that this darkness brings with it. And we have Freya, love, fertility, and sexuality. You could have been Freya in a past life. You could be a descendant of Freya. But there's a loyalty and a nobility, as well as a tough bitch in Freya, okay, who's not scared, that is residing in you. And Freya works under the moon. So the moon lights this darkness up for Freya. And the moon whispers things to Freya so that her intuition can help guide her as well. Freya also keeps an animal at her feet at all times. This animal helps double up her senses for danger. And Freya also has a very special staff that has hearts all over it. You might be somebody that likes hearts or likes to draw hearts. All right. The show is beginning. If I were you, I would be asking your team exactly who do you hand them off to for judgment. Like, okay, you've got this thing in front of you. You know who has it. Who are you handing it off to? Or who do you call in for it? This dark energy that is moving in, coming in fast. Speed is picking up and they're close. Can we get some information on this energy here? Okay, so see, we have the 9. It is very dark. Very, very, very dark. This is going to be in the pit of the soul of somebody. So this person is going to be coming in human form to you. This is not going to be a spirit form. This is a human form. But this thing is lying in the pits of the person. This thing is going to try to come in through the sacral chakra. So it is going to want to have sex with you. It is going to try desperately to get you to talk you out of your panties, okay? And that is probably why God has tested your ability to say no, tested your fidelity ability, okay? You need to be careful with, if you are with somebody, you need to be careful and ensure that your partner is also being faithful, because if it knows your partner is weak, it will go through your partner and then to you. So you need to be very careful with the sacral chakra. And once it gets to the sacral chakra, it is going to go to your heart chakra, okay? And it is going to intertwine itself between your heart and your sacral. So it is going to try to embody you completely and attach and bind itself to you for eternity. As if it's going to go on these missions with you and just destroy everything that you do. In a sense, make God, the universe, whatever, this Holy Spirit that is giving you this important job to do, force it to drop you and throw you away like trash. It'll probably kill you then after, if that happens. You're gonna want to be careful when it comes to sex. Can I get a zodiac sign for who this spirit is? This is going to be somebody that is a part of your family, your tree of life. With Hod, tree of life, and then heart chakra coming in, this is somebody that you share children with, okay? This person is going to come in and is going to pull on the heart chakra in regards to the tree of life that you attempted to build and share with this person. And if they're successful at tugging on these heartstrings and filling it with nostalgia or whatever, their hopes is you will give in and have sex. I have Libra, Scorpio, and we have Virgo. Libra, Scorpio, and Virgo are going to be the 3 signs that you need to watch out for. These are also the 3 signs that are well aware of what this thing is, and possibly all 3 signs embody it. Uranus also came out, and Uranus is a planet that has to do with the bowels. So all 3 of these people could be having issues with the bowel. Nope, not this deck. All right. They want me to pull on the spirits deck so you can see what spirits are on your side and what spirits going to be coming at you that you're battling, what type of spirit it is. We have Marbus, causes and cures diseases, tells secrets and things hidden, can make one shapeshift. So this person is knowledgeable in how to make a disease appear in them to transfer, okay? This person is also able to appear in front of you, human form, looking like somebody you know. We have Citri, inflames men with women's love and women with men's love, causes them to show themselves naked if desire. So to me, this means this person is coming in and they think this spirit is just going to make you wet and drop your panties instantly when you see them, right? Kind of like a love spell type thing, only they're using a spirit. These people are probably well aware that spells don't work on you at this point, and now they're going darker. So this person is going to be embodying several entities at one time. Now you have to remember these entities can only stay in a person's body for so long. So these entities might be taking turn hopping in and out. We have Alisar. Teaches astronomy and liberal arts, brings good familiars. So this is somebody that is going to break your anatomy, your being, all the way down to these people. And then they're going to tell them who to appear as that you're going to be the most comfortable with in order to complete this job. We have Grummery. Procures the love of women of any age, tells where treasures are hidden, tells the past, present, and future. So this person doesn't care if you are a 2-month-old baby or a 99-year-old woman. They will touch and fondle on anything. And they may not be the best looking, but because they are able to produce treasures for the person, things that they know the person is into, that is how they do it. You could be somebody who is not materialistic, somebody who is not appeased or impressed by material things. This could also be why you are chosen for this position. We have Aim. Reveals secrets and increases one intellect. Spread destruction by fire. This is going to be your ally. Aim is, okay? So Aim is going to reveal the secrets of these enemies to you. Okay? And it's going to increase your intellect about the enemy that is in front of you. And then when you're ready and you can confidently call judgment on this enemy is when the fire will be released. And this is going to be God's fire. Amon, we have reveals the past and the future, reconciles friends and enemies. So we have the peacemaker. Okay, we have somebody who can go back to the past and understand why somebody did what they did and who they are today, and can be the middleman of explaining it so that the people there around can surely understand who they are and how they can continue to be friends and move forward. Okay, so that is another ally for you. Dakarabia, we have teaches the virtues of herbs and stones, makes birds appear and behave as though tame. So you could be somebody that is an animal whisperer. Birds are going to be your biggest thing, all right, and your skills with your herbs that you use to heal yourself, your holistic ways. And then we have Murmur. Teaches philosophy perfectly, brings souls back from the dead to answer questions. You are somebody who can speak to passed on souls, okay? And you don't do it in a disrespectful way. You do it for knowledge, and in a way that helps you come up with solutions, or in a way that helps you get messages across that people need to know, so that positive change can happen. That is also your ally. Okay, so with that being said, you probably have passed on loved ones, as well as passed on people on the grounds of where it is that you're stomping your feet at, that are able to come in and communicate with you and kind of give you a heads up of who's coming, who's doing what, behind the scenes, right? Okay, so last deck I'm going to pull is the Ancestor deck, and then we will be done. They didn't do potatoes?
No, they were hungry now. So if we want them, I guess we're gonna have to do them. And then she said something about she would want me to do Jello. No, Mina.
All right.
Something.
Okay. You're not gonna come in here?
I'm waiting for you to get done for me.
First ancestor is drama. You're going to need to be very careful. Don't get caught up in the slippery slopes of the drama of the people around you. It can skew the way you look at things and react to things. Appearance. Do not get distracted by somebody's appearance. They could be coming in as if they are very good looking, as if they are somebody who could be a mate, perfectly built together mate for you. All of that is trickery. And the last thing is things, material items. So you need to be cautious of the drama. You need to be cautious of people's appearances, okay? And you watch them shift, okay? They will shift on you, especially if they're embodying an entity. And also ones that are looking too good to be true, like suave type thing. As well as things, hoarders or people who are constantly wanting material items. Those people are also susceptible to having dark things attached to them, or could be embodying one. Also, they want you to have extreme optimism because the angels and the guardians have you in the limelight in the spirit realm right now, and they are extremely excited for you to be able to start this mission. You have passed your lessons. You have completed all the tests that needed to be done, and you're ready for training, and your training is going to start with your guardian at your side. And they want you to know the act of love is as is, and that is exactly what you are. You're a genuine soul. You're authentic. You come as is. There is no gimmicks, nothing behind the mask that you are hiding. And so this is appreciated and valued in the spirit realm. So congratulations on finding out what your actual destiny and purpose is, and what it is that you are going to be doing for the Most High, for the betterment of humanity, now that we are in this spiritual war against the darkness, and God is now starting to play the game back to redeem everybody. So I hope you have a good rest of your night, and if you're new, please check out the rest of my videos. If you are interested in a free personal reading, you can always email me. My email is in the description box, and they are free. Okay, hope you have a good night. Bye bye.